Supposed to come around that corner real fast. Oh, Lord. What the heck? So who pulling up on me like that? Sorry, guys. Can you guys hear me? Good morning. Can y'all hear me now? Is that better? Okay, good. Okay, I'm sorry. People were calling me this morning. I have people like my girlfriend. She's on her way here, so she called me. Sorry. But what was I saying? I was talking about the Miss Seeley Blues and all that kind of stuff. I was talking about a whole bunch of stuff, child. What am I cooking today? Child, I have the early. I really want to like call me country girl now, but I really want to make some navy bean soup. I'm craving some navy bean soup and some collard greens, child. I really would love that. Thank you. Got my makeup done from this girl named Alexis here in Atlanta. I'm gonna probably post her in the chat. Yeah, sometimes I do feel like you do have to have you do gotta have a separate, separate activities from your husband. Like Gregory has his own life, I got my own life. Oh yeah, Gregory loved the collard greens with the cornbread. With the cornbread. Happy Sunday. I was talking when I was getting my makeup done. I was talking to this girl, Alexis. That's her name. She's 26 years old. She's young, but she know the game. She know the game. She know the game. And when I say she know the game, she know the dating game. Yeah, we were talking about that, about the dating game. So she was talking about how, like me and Gregory were talking, and he was talking about one of his girlfriends. Um, like he was trying to hook somebody up with his friend, and I was like, she ain't playing the game right. She don't know how to play the game right. And I don't know if he just thinks I'm this wholesome girl or whatever. And that's cute. You know what I'm saying? That's cute. You think that. And I am. Don't get me wrong, I am. But, but I got the game. I got the game. Got you, didn't I? I'm like, I got the game. Yeah, navy beans are really good. They're so good. They're delicious. I love them. Get like, you cook them with smoked turkey, baby. You just and put your celery and your peppers in there and season it real good. It's gonna be put some bay leaves up in there. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire with some chicken broth. Someone said, they need the younger versions of Medicine Wives and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. No, I agree with you. Am I returning for a third season? I ain't gonna answer that. I'm just gonna let y'all keep watching my YouTube. hmm Yeah, of course they use my YouTube as sound bites and stuff like that. They'll always take something that I said. They watch me very closely on my YouTube and just use whatever clip they can for their convenience. That's just what it is. But hey, I can't live off of things that aren't real. I can only live. I can't worry about what's going on in the show. I just gotta live my life, and whatever they use, they let them use. Everybody try to paint me to be this girl, this country, and come from nothing. But then conveniently, and act as if I use the term access to the money all the time. Like, no, I just trademarked used what was used against me, and then I trademarked it, and I made it my bitch. Not trademarked. I'm sorry, I copyrighted. I didn't trademark. I copyrighted. I got rid of Peacock. Those shows are toxic. I will see you here. Oh, that sucks. You're not watching if me and Dr. G not coming back. I mean, yeah, I understand. I mean, but like, if we don't, I mean, I'm gonna capture our journey here on YouTube. You guys at least get to see a true depiction of us. But oh yeah, I was talking. Let me go back to what I was saying. I was basically telling the makeup artist. I was telling her. I was like, yeah, Gregory has this friend and all that, and I was like, she ain't got the game, because she ain't got what she wanted, and she's in her 40s, beautiful girl, banging body, everything. And so, it like honestly, it doesn't take all of that to get what you're looking for. Like I never had any issues, living in DC. I went to happy hour. I always had a story when I went out. And so when I realized like you really have to create an environment and create this experience for men, they're visual, and so you got to create this like fairy tale in their mind, and they want to feel captivated by it, they want to be a part of that. And so I that's kind of what I did when I was dating. Like, let's say I started dating like guys that were older, because men my age weren't really looking to settle down. They weren't really on the level that I was successfully and financially. And so that's why I decided to date older. And also I have an old soul. And so I'm able to connect with people that are older than me. I mean, I've been around older folks my whole life. Just, being the youngest. And like I used to work in finance, and I used to work at a loan office, and I was the youngest, and I really wanted the job. So I came in, and I was eager. And I remember coming in, bringing them donuts and just showing like, this is where I want to be, and I got the job. I never had issues. Like any job that I wanted, I always got. Any man I wanted, I always got. hmm Yes, I am very down to earth. I am. But I was just saying like about his friend. I was like, she's not where she want to be, because he was like, well, she got game, and she got this going on, and she got, she usually go out with her friends, and she have a group of her friends, and she make the men buy the drinks for her friends. And I'm like, that's not how you do that. If you want to get married, that's not how you do that. You don't go out with a group of your girlfriends and have a man buy all y'all some drinks and all that, because one, like, he feels like he's being used. He feels like he's being used. Like it's not. I never did that. Like honestly, when I went out, and there was times I went out by myself, but I always had a story to tell. Like I had a friend on the way, or something, like, or my friend was sitting across the bar from me or something like that. Like I always had a story before I went out, or I had somewhere to be in a few minutes. So I always felt like they couldn't have my time for too long. And also like also like because I was by myself, at times the men were able to approach me, and they felt comfortable in that. They didn't feel intimidated by a group of women, because women are very judgmental, very judgmental. I mean, they be like, oh, oh, he bald headed, or "Oh, I ain't like them shoes, girl." You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need all that damn distraction, especially when you're trying to get married. You don't need all that. You don't need all them damn distractions around you. A man, some men just want to sit there and talk to you. And so he don't want to be hounded by your friend and all that kind of stuff. It throws the vibe off. Like some people just want to experience you. They are very extremely judgmental. Like everybody ain't gonna be able to go where you going. You can't take everybody just because y'all friends. Don't mean that they gonna understand what you. They don't understand the journey that you're on. And so one thing I had just noticed, like, not I couldn't take everybody with me. People weren't understanding. Like when I was ready to get married, I was like, but let me do this right. And so like I did find Shira. Shira, a couple of years ago, did find Shira, and I saw some of her videos. I see what she was saying, but also I took my own little spin to what she was saying too. Like I honestly was always myself, and I did go on a femininity journey, and I still stayed myself, but I just maybe wore brighter colors, and I wore a dress at times, and I just became a little bit more feminine, in the way I did things and the way I moved. Oh, excuse me. Someone says, yes, please don't always, please, I'm sorry. Yes, people don't always understand a person's journey. They don't. And so I was telling them, like, your friend is doing too much, inviting her friends everywhere they go, because men, they gonna eventually gonna want something in return. Like, they want a return on the investment, especially they buying drinks and all that. They want somebody to give it up eventually, because it's like every time we go out and you got your friends around, like, it's very distracting. And then also I got to pay for everybody's drinks. They want to return back on the investment. They gonna want the PP. They gonna want something. They gonna want a little bit of sugar. You gonna give a little sugar. And so when they don't feel like, when it's just you investing in you and all that, they not feel that way. They may not feel like they need all, they they may not feel that they would want to take so much from you. But if you got your friends around, they got to pay for them and for you and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, they gonna eventually feel like they want something back. No, my sister hasn't left for Africa yet. Yeah, but I was telling Gregory, like, your girl got game, because, like, baby, I ain't never had no issues, regardless of what people say about me. I've never had issues being a man. Most men out there will tell you, that right there should have been my wife. She was almost my wife, but I'm not, and that's fine. Like, it was funny because I was out and about with Gregory, at the Sears Suckers and Sundresses event or whatever. And I met this other guy. He was also a doctor, and he was like, yeah, this woman right here should have been my wife. She almost was my wife and all that. I said, see, but you were playing. Like, ain't I had time for that. See, this one. And then my husband walked up. Gregory was like, hey, I was like, this is my husband. This is who he is. Because he was serious. He was serious. That's why he got me. And he loved me. I'm not saying with that guy, he just, at the time, he didn't know what was going on. But also, that situation just wasn't for me. His situation was not for me. What he had set up, he, had kids and stuff like that, divorce, was a divorcee and all that kind of stuff. And the situation just didn't suit me. Yeah, men do find it irritating. And so I was telling Gregory, like, your friend ain't doing it right, because if she was doing it right, I would have been out there by myself, and I wouldn't have my friends constantly around me every time I went out with a man. He just wants to get to know you. Someone said, come on down to Housewives, Phaedra, little friend of the show. I love your courage to deal with the mess on the show, child. I dealt with it because, hey, I dealt with it for the paper, honestly. But, certain things I'm not willing to do. I'm not willing to sell my soul. I'm not willing to be walked all over. And see, that's the issue, because I had too much of a voice and I was too smart. So what do you want first, a baby girl or a baby boy? Or twins, child? Honestly, if I can get the twins out the way, I would do twins. I really would. If I can get out the way, I would. Most guys realize they want you when you got someone else. Oh yeah, I was telling. Me and Gregory talked about that too. I was like, some men, yeah, they want, even when you're married, they still want you because they see what you have, who you're with, the status that they have, the type of man that you're with, and they still want to get at you because they find you a challenge. They find you as a challenge, and they will try to take that on, and they get off by that if they're able to take you away from your spouse. And that's, people are like that. Like, they get like that. So that's the DMV, and we don't deal with mess. The DMV, I learned a lot. You right, boo, because I learned, and I'm not from the DMV, Barbara Taylor, but I lived there, and I had to learn quickly. I had to learn very fast about that dating life, but I mastered it. I would say I mastered. Although I didn't get the result at first, when I was going to happy hour. Now I met a lot of men and all that, and I met a man that I could have went there and we could have dated long term, but it's just the situation didn't suit me. It wasn't what I was looking for. I felt like I knew my standard and I knew what I wanted, and I was gonna go after it. I knew what the goal was for me, and so if I found a situation that suited me a lot better, that's where I went to, and then I fell in love. Yeah, you can't trust everybody around your man, child, because they secretly be wanting to be in your position. Because I was telling some of the doctors' wives of Atlanta, the group I've been kicking it with, we started our own group, and so I was saying like we're gonna have like some podcasts and have different discussions. And so one of the things, like of course you got to bring the drama and the messiness, but it's a way to do it. And so I was saying like we're gonna sit down and we're gonna go through some of our husbands' DMs because their husbands are all MDs, and I said we're gonna go through their DMs because you should see some of the stuff I've seen in Gregory DMs. Like some of y'all think that y'all could take my man, and if you know what I'm saying, like if you could take him, but he ain't going nowhere because he know where mama is. He know where it is. He know what it is. He gonna stay right here. He gonna stay right here. Can't nobody take my man away because I'm just the thing is I'm just that confident. Like I got Gregory like this. Like that's my baby. And he know where home is. He know where home at. He know where he gonna lay down. Let me get out this car, y'all. Let me get out this car. They be driving real fast around here. Yeah, me and Phaedra still talk. We was talking about we gotta go to church together. I was trying to get together so we can go to church. We both Kojic sisters. Oh, you know what? I left something in my car. Yeah, we still talk though. Yeah, I have another sister. I have another sister. Her name is Sean. Yep, I got two sisters. Like Sean is my sister on my dad's side, but we're all the same age. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And I'm just playing. Me and my sisters are all the same age. I know, honestly, my sisters didn't get to appear on the show like this season. One when Kanisha was pregnant, and then my other sister lives in Arkansas. And also, my sister and my mom weren't allowed to be on the show because someone tried to lie and say that they were being aggressive when my sister was pregnant, and to isolate me. They tried to isolate me. Which was very unfair. So my sister and my mom wasn't able to come on the show. But they don't live in the state, but still I just felt like that was like so trash. Again, to try to isolate me. Yeah. And knowing like me and my sister and my mom, we all work for the government. So it was really irritating that happened. I'm gonna have to get off here, y'all, because I'm trying to find the location. Y'all still muted? Hold on. Y'all muted? Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? Okay, as long as y'all can hear me. But yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how people will try to paint you. So it's silly. Honestly, I don't really know where I'm at. So and I can't. Oh my God! Look at that tree though. Look at this tree. Oh my gosh! I just noticed this. They need to cut this whole tree down because it's on that line. That needs to be cut. It's the beautiful. Cutie. It's the beautiful Gabby. Okay, this is our other doctor's wife right here. Body is always gonna be tea.
You know, don't gas me. Hold the door, cause I'll be right back. Cause the car box wasn't working.
It wasn't. That's why I was like. I still haven't talked to her. She thinks she's okay. Where did she go? I thought she went back home yesterday.
No, she's coming here.
Okay, let me. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go and call Kayla to see where Kayla's at. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, loves. Thanks for watching. Tuning in.